Well, we're joined by Marc. Marc, tell us what's new.
Hey, Marc Minaurik at the Minaurik Guitars booth here, 2023 NAMM. We've got a whole bunch of our high-end electrics and acoustics in custom shadow box display cases. The whole inside of the booth is just an example of some of the high-level artwork that we'll do along with the touring quality, studio recording quality instruments, bringing both those worlds together. So it's something that you can have on display in your living room or your recording studio or your office. It kind of shows people you have an appreciation of, you know, what music does to our vibration, kind of elevating everyone and everything. So happy to have that here. Some of these have already left for new owners. First day of the show, really excited about that, of course. We've got our mass production line here. Of course, people that are more on a budget, we want to have something that they can connect into and get that same tone and that same expression, visual expression, to let people know where they're coming from when they create their music. Infernos, Medusa, I'm sorry, not Medusa, the Goddess 5-string basses we have here, and the Furies. Those are the ones we have up front, and a couple brand new shapes for 2023. We've got the Dutchman over here, which is a semi-hollow, beautiful, really very original design. And if you're used to looking at Minauriks, a lot of waves, curves, and points, all kind of blending together to create to create a visual impact. So happy to be showing that to the world, first time ever. So a lot of cool stuff going on, and if you know Minaurik guitars visually, it's just like a flavor bomb. We've got all sorts of concepts, and on top of just the exterior designs, the artwork that we're putting on the top, there's usually something here for everybody. So again, happy to be here, and the response so far has been over the top. Feeling very blessed about that. So of course, glad to have you here. It's always great to connect with you.
Well, thank you so much, Marc. Now, with these boxes here, we step a little closer. Can you purchase it with or without the box? Can you get the guitar alone, or are these individual pieces?
We would be happy to sell the guitar if someone wanted just the guitar. However, with that being said, each one of these shadow boxes was carved, glass etched, and designed specifically around the guitar. They're like two hands holding. So would we do that? Of course. We're here to cater to the customer, but I think for the price of the guitar and the shadow box, it's almost like the shadow box is thrown in as part of the deal. Yeah. So we would do it, but I think if you look at the whole presentation, it might be, I'd probably have somebody think about that overnight before they left the box.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it without it, but I'm just curious. Sure. How long have you been doing the shadow boxes now?
Shadow boxes have been about 2 years.
Okay.
And we basically spend most of the year in between trade shows developing and creating and building these boxes around our customs. We can do these for people who are ordering instruments if they need something specific to something they're buying. So it's a really great tool, and I wanted to give a shout out to Susan Schaff-White, who's building and working with us on creating these display boxes. So if she's hearing this interview somewhere on the interwebs, I want to give her a shout out. She's been a great part of the team, and it's working with amazing artists all coming together, and teamwork makes the dream work, and these are the kind of things that end up happening.
Yeah, well, I find it especially striking, being a fan of the Western culture, is the one with the teepees and the horses. Those really speak to me.
I'm glad to hear that.
The fine wood and the dream catcher and all that's fantastic, but the background just looks like something you'd see on a wall of a beautiful home.
Yeah, that particular one that you're looking at, the Native American, that would the fellow on the face of that guitar would be a Plains Indian based on his garb. So that would be New Mexico, Texas area in terms of his specific outlook. But I understand the picture on the back with the teepees, the buffalo, the storm clouds. It's very three-dimensional. It kind of draws you in, but with the sepia tones doesn't overshadow the guitar. So personally, that's one that's really grabbed me since we created it, and I wouldn't expect that one to be here here by the end of the show, just because you had the same reaction I had. I think there'll be other people that are just going to have that one for their home.
Sure. And the background art, where does that originate from? And I know each one's different.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that are photographers, and they do professional photography. Okay. And friends of ours in North and
photo, print it, mount it.
North and well, they're usually from friends.
Okay.
Private photographers in North and South Dakota, where these types of scenes are things that occur. You know, these are things that, you know, you can get, and on top of that, we know oil painters and people that are gallery artists that can create these prints, and we go through either sectioning a portion of a print and expanding it out. There's all sorts of different ways you can do that to get it to suit what you want. And just, I know they didn't, you know, you didn't ask, but it's a really good ad. You have to have the artwork where the picture in the back isn't right behind the guitar body. So it's really challenging to get art that works with the body blocking half of the inside of the box. So there's a lot of challenges to getting that artwork. It's not as easy as you might think.
Yes, of course. Hello. Well, it's always good to see the extreme creativity over here at your booth.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Rest in peace to Lemmy up here.
Yeah, we're still working to get that Lemmy bass out to the public. Okay. There's a lot of steps to getting that to happen, working with the estate and management, and they're actually very, the management company for Lemmy are amazing, wonderful people, and it's just a matter of working with them and going through the process step by step and to see where we can end up. So we're hopeful on that always, and yeah, there's actually a couple artists we're going to work with in terms of signature model releases coming up here in 2023 and at NAMM in 2024.
Well, we'll send everybody to the website and look forward to checking your progress at each and every NAMM. Thanks so much, Marc.
Thanks, brother. You take care. Have a great day.